Hello, welcome to another episode of MTG Arena Run. Today we're going to be doing yet another draft of Ravnica Allegiance. I actually noticed that quite a bit of my drafts have been a bit Orzhov or Rakdos centered. I'm going to try to see if I can draft something else this time around. So let's pay our dues and see what we get. Yuck. Okay, Mirror March is probably not the greatest rare. It's a it's a 6 mana enchantment, does nothing when it enters. You still need to have creatures afterwards. So I'm unfortunately gonna have to take the next best thing, which is Mortify. So I guess it's the Orzhov train again. And Consecrate Consume kinda helps in that one line too. Though we do have other options here. Consecrate Consume's decent removal. Grasping Troll is kinda backbreaking as a late game finisher. Well, let's go for the Grasping Troll for now. Hopefully we can get either the final payment or at least the ill-gotten inheritance to come back. We'll take the Pitiless Pontiff also. So what am I looking for? Well, lots of nice creatures would enter the battlefield triggers, or I guess Vindictive Vampire is a good one as well. Right now we only have two decent creatures. I kind of want to take final payment. I'll take the Vindictive Vampire. Hopefully we can get one of the inheritances back. So not much in the way of creatures around here. I could take one of the gates. I've seen the last draft run I had. The run ended because I ran into a gates deck. Pretty decent as a draft deck, I suppose. Actually, no. Let's be honest. It wasn't pretty decent. It was pretty good. So do I want to take the Macabre Mockery? No, I'll just take the Officer for now. Let's keep it straight. Not seeing anything that I really want to take. I'm gonna take the Impassioned Orator for now. So that was just three. That was three inheritances we passed. Let's take a Gateway Plaza. Let's speculate a bit. This is the fourth one. Now, would I rather have a Twilight Panther or Ill-Gotten? No, I think I'll take the Ill-Gotten right about now. So let's see. So on the comeback, we have Night of Sorrows with Afterlife 1, Debtor's Transport with Afterlife 2. I'll just take the Viscopa Vampire. Supposedly is quite good, but there's a test that they created called the Fairy Duelist test. Like, will this survive against it? Probably not. Actually, no, not probably not. It definitely won't. So I'm probably more inclined to take. Let's take the Night of Sorrows for now. But we do need to start figuring out an early game as well. Let's take out the. Okay, so nothing really good came back afterwards. So if I were to. Then none of these are splashable. Okay, maybe the Gore Clan Wrecker is. I highly doubt I'm gonna splash into anything. Justiciar's Portal, speculative, but yeah, this pack the back part of the packs dried up really quickly. I think we got some decent options though. Probably gonna drop the Macabre Mockery since we got Unbreakable Formation, pretty good stuff. So yeah, we're gonna take the Grotesque Demise. So we're definitely not in the Gates deck. We might even try to do early game control. Take the Cry, just start wiping a lot of early game stuff off the board. Yeah, let's give it a shot. Knight of the Last Breath is the finisher I want, but I do have to choose between that, Consigned to the Pit, and Orzhov Guild Gate. Probably want to take the Gate at. Now let's take at least one Knight of the Last Breath before I start taking gates. Yes, now's the time for Carrion. At least this one flies. Starting to take creatures again, so I'm kind of doing the same draft all over again. But now it's a good time to take Consigned to the Pit. We do need to have some removal in the end. Rally to Battle, +1/+3, untap. Not the strongest one, but it's worth considering. Yeah, I'll just keep taking the Gudyon. Screaming Shield. Yuck, not worth it. I might just... But it's an uncommon, so I will put in the sideboard. There's a Watchful Giant. I guess that's also a decent one. But we have a very... Okay, second one is not so great anymore. We have a very heavy top end. We need to start focusing on the bottom end. And we got Mirror March again. So this is not the best draft in the world. I guess I will take the kill. Well, let's see. I will take Grotesque Demise, yet another removal spell. Then we need to take some Undercity's Embrace. Take the Syndicate Guild Mage. Drill Bit's a good way to check out our opponent's hand, but I'm probably gonna just take Final Payment instead. Yeah, we now need to start focusing on the early game, so Concordia, Pegasus get in here. I could have taken the Footlight Fiend. They'll take the second Orator. Probably take the second Pegasus. Cut the portal. Got quite a few 4-drops. 4, 4, 5. 3 drops or 4 drops. I guess I can take the second Carrion Imp. I'd rather have that over the Viscopa Vampire. Restor's Zeal's actually quite good here. Okay, now we'll take that. We might even just cut the Hazada Officer, I suppose. Yeah, that one doesn't matter. So we are doing true. So we're just doing True Orzhov again. Let's clear the mine. Okay, should have full Self-Growth Spirals by now. So we probably should cut about 1 creature and 2 non-creature spells. So I probably will cut the Watchful Giant. And yeah, our 3 slot's a bit clogged up. I'm gonna cut the Viscopa Vampire. Willing to keep the Restor's Zeal. +2/+2 and flying out of nowhere is quite good for a single mana. Could actually just cut the Hazada Officer also. That should cut it down a bit. Yeah, 4/2/2. Alternately, I could just cut the Ill-Gotten Inheritance. Or just cut the Knight of the Last Breath. No, but this one's actually a decent combination with the Vindictive Vampire. Probably could just cut the Arrestor Zeal. Yeah, simplify things a bit. Or... No. Screaming Shield, unfortunately, very expensive to equip, so that's a non-go. Because our combat tricks final... Because we just got a bunch of removal, not much in the way of combat tricks. I could just cut the Cry of the Carnarium and put in the Arrestor Zeal. So not quite long game, but there's a bit of there's a little bit of an Aristocrats team here, so I'm gonna go with that. And I just noticed I already finally cracked my vault for the first time, so let's just claim that right now. Okay, there you go. Claim that. Resume the draft. And let's go for it. Let's see how well we do with this one, though. I'm actually much more confident with my previous draft over this one. Well, this one's not too bad. We got 2 we got 2 dropped into a bunch of trees. And we got both our colors, so we'll keep it at that. The only trick now is we have to stabilize quite early. Okay, some passion oracle. So we could play Guild Mage. Guild Mage into Hazada Officer. If there's something we need to remove, we can just remove it next turn. And the interesting is power 3 or less, so we shouldn't be running into any of that, especially with Orzhov. So there's the drill bit. We might just lose the Hazada Officer. We could also just lose one of our removal spells, which is perfectly fine then. Okay, we lose a Grotesque Demise. That's not too bad. So, play the Plains. Play the Officer. Target the Guild Mage. Send him for the attack. Our opponent will start gaining a little life back, but we should be able to control our... Yeah, the drill bit is very informative for our opponent, but... I would say it's quite good if our opponent... Well, not if our opponent's just playing that, though. Fire Panther... So, we're actually... a little more. Yeah, let's save this removal for the... Yeah, definitely save that removal for the last bit. We're actually getting to the point where I can just hold back and start paying our opponent. Okay, maybe not quite. I would swing with the Hazada Officer for sure. We'll probably trade and just tap the locket. Well, take note, he hasn't blocked yet. So I will just make the payment now. So, yeah, he should probably have blocked first at least, so he wouldn't have to throw the Infiltrator in front of the bus. Now I guess it's a game of hold back and start pinging our opponent. I do suspect our opponent. Okay, Twilight Panther. We're just gonna keep taking hits from this guy. Final payment on Concordia Pegasus. Probably should have taken the Guild Mage out though. So we'll pass. Yeah, we'll just have to start pinging. We only need to do this like 4 times. Granted, I don't think it's gonna last that long. Usually Orzhov has a lot of ways to remove. Dead Revels, return 2 creatures. Yeah, sure, resolve. Well, more importantly, it means he can't attack. Well, he could have if he... So we can start pinging. Start drawing into even more mana. And our opponent will eventually get removal. Or something big that I have to answer. No, that's not it. Doesn't have not even. Sige, what's up, buddy? Email ko sa send mo din na. Oh. Okay, so next, so we could cast. Wait, let's play the land, play the Grudion. And now we've kind of sealed the deal. Then just pass the turn. So we just need to hit twice. Now, it'll be annoying if it turns out our opponent could remove the Guild Mage. Material Absolution. That does... Let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. We'll take it. Because that does nothing in the grand scheme of things. Just take the hit. Okay. Well, you know what? Yeah, he can sacrifice to make it unblockable, but it's a bit too late. No blocks. Take the 4. Good game. So Syndicate Guild Mage, bit underwhelming normally in constructed, but if you can drag out a limited game like that, quite a good stuff. I was hoping to draft at least Gruul or at least some sort of red or green just to complete the daily, but I guess I'm Orzhov today again. But at least we're doing quite well, so it's not too much to complain about. You know, a slightly slow start. We could get control with ill-gotten inheritance. Don't have any double white, so I'm gonna lead out with black. I don't think we have any double black either. So turn 2 Pegasus, turn 3 Grudion. Hopefully we can draw another mana within the next 2 turns. There we go. Next turn after that, ill-gotten inheritance start to ping the board. Opponent's playing Rakdos, so this should be a lot more aggressive. Can't be blocked except by creatures this turn with Defender. He might have removal. I'm expecting a Scorch Mark. There you go. So we'll take 2. This one won't get up just yet. At least we could slow down the opponent a bit. I could hold the Concordia Pegasus back just to block Tin Street Dodger, but that just means he keeps sending the Orzhov Enforcer. You know what? I'm gonna send it across once. Let's hope our opponent doesn't have a pump effect. Because next turn I can Grudion again, or maybe draw into something better, but... Rakdos Roustabout. So probably we'll just block it with the Grudion. Oh, or I could just cast Grotesque Demise. Now let's play the Noxious Grudion. Swing with Concordia Pegasus. The lower I can get our opponent's life total, the better. Even if we start taking more damage, because we know we can balance it out a bit, but we need to start making this go faster. That's it. Okay, at least you forced me to skewer early. Now we need to start holding back. I will just Grotesque Demise the Roustabout. And I will now have to hold back the Pegasus. Oh wait, here you go. It's gone through like 2 burn spells so far. So my next plan is just to take the tree here and just block these 2. Or I could just block the Roustabout and the Dodger, then just take the 1 damage from the Enforcer. That might be a better play. Living Afterlife sure is helpful. I'm gonna try to avoid sacrificing this because this is technically our win con right now. This guy's gonna take a while to get there. So shouldn't count on that as our win con. Burning Tree Vandal. So probably gonna Oh, he's giving it haste. So he needs to fix his mana. Doesn't have. So let's see how he attacks. Kinda ways to give this guy haste if you're not gonna swing with it now. Okay. He's swinging with everything. That's a given. So he's gonna discard first and draw. Oh. It's a Yume, so okay, so we'll take 2 damage total. We will have to hit the rest about first. Probably has a combat trick to save the burning signal. Oh wait, no. It doesn't save the Vandal, it just creates. So So now I can kind of afford to start taking hits now. Let me see, scavengers and sacrifice that. So okay. Not as bad as Undercity Necrolis. Can't grotesque demise that. Need more mana. I'm not gonna send in the attack. Because he has to send this guy to attack anyway. So I have at least 1 block. Which pings our opponent one point even more. And let's hope this is not... Okay, follow up. Not too big, good. We can go customize stats. Syndicate Guild Mage. So we can actually start tapping it down next turn. So we will take a hit of 5. So I can actually start tapping it. Oh! Okay. Cost 2 mana to tap it, so... Okay, now opponent concedes right there. He... Probably because he didn't have anything else to fill up the board. Or the writing was kind of on the wall at that point. I could just start throwing the Pegasus and whatever creatures I start drawing afterwards there. So not too bad. 2 mana, 2 wins. Knight of the Last Breath's not exactly showing up, but it's kind of comforting to know that if I had started a land lot, I would have been able to survive it. That one run in attack against with his other creatures, that one was kind of a bust, I suppose. So not too great. I do have to keep this. Gateway Plaza's not so great here. I might actually I probably should sub this for another land. Because I do have a lot of 2-drops. Let's first greet. So I will play the Orator first. Ah, shoots the Guild Gates deck. So play Orator. Scope of Vampire. I'll play the Grudion. So basically I will just trade. I'm actually willing to just trade the Orator for the Vampire. Because granted I'm seeing Guild Gates, but it might not necessarily be that kind of Guild Gates deck. So okay, we'll play the Pegasus first. Play the Gateway Plaza. Next turn and then I'm gonna send the Grudion in. If it forces a trade, it's okay. Because at least Pegasus can take care of the token. No, I expect... Okay, it's another Syndicate Messenger. I'm probably just gonna play Ill-Gotten Inheritance to force the issue. So even if our opponent starts swinging, we could theoretically swing back. That's 4 guild gates already. The only payoffs I can think of are Archway Angel and Gatebreaker Ram. So we do need to save our Consign to the Pit for both of those. Save Vindictive Vampire. Does our opponent have... So we're basically just leaning off the back of the Ill-Gotten Inheritance. I do suspect our opponent, especially the temptation for best of 1 matches in draft, is you want to have some main board sideboards. You want to have some artifact enchantment removal. Can't answer Swings of the Guild Pack, not with the cards we have anyway. So we will be taking quite a bit of damage here. Yeah, I'm gonna pass on this. Broken Security is gonna start gaining more life. So I need to draw into either... That just bounces it, lets him draw a card, so it lets these 2 swing in. I should let that resolve. I suppose if this is the deck... I suppose this is the one deck I'm probably gonna lose to. Opponent's gonna gain more life, though we do have some sort of inevitability, but it's gonna take a while. So we take 8 damage. Yes. We can carry it in. What I'm gonna do is cast all. Okay, there you go. We're still gonna be taking we're still gonna take a constant 5 damage from this one, so we have no way to block it. Interestingly, getting more mana is a way to get around it. Esper Flyers. So at least I can block that. And I'm actually encouraged to swing with these guys now. I'm more likely to just destroy that one. Spirit, so I can't attack. I can still block. Courier. Whoa, this is literally just flyers. I can still block though. I probably will have to. Oh, this one wrecked me badly last time. I could play Knight at the Last Breath, but I need to have a way to block more flyers, so I'm just gonna play the Carrion Imp. Let's exile the Windstorm Drake. Take action. That gives me a little extra buffer. I can swing with the Pitiless Pontiff, but it's just gonna run into the Senate Courier. Well, it has to be the Pontiff, but I'll be forced to sacrifice something just to make it get past the Courier. No, I'll pass it for now. If I can draw one more land, I can play Knight of the Last Breath, then run the Pitiless Pontiff through. gave it vigilance, but he's questioning if he should send it or not. Okay, he's gonna send that, which means I have to do the double block since I can't exactly block anyway. Worst case scenario is I just leave up all my mana. Okay, my turn. So I need one more mana. That's not it. Impassioned Orator would not do it for me. Well, I do have ways to gain life out of it. But I can't do this. I can't do this because it takes 6 mana. 3, 6, 7, 8. I can swing with everyone, kind of force a block. Yeah, this is it. So I'm gonna sacrifice the Pegasus. Okay, not too bad. Well, actually, because I can still sacrifice the Pegasus and sacrifice the Ill-Gotten if I have to. Yeah. So that takes me up, so I'm slightly... So getting down to 7. He can swing me for that, so I have to use up the Ill-Gotten Inheritance. Okay, this is getting down to the wire. He knows I can sacrifice this anytime. If he starts holding this back, then that means I take control. Yeah, that's a given. I have no choice but to sack that. So he goes down to... Yeah, Ill-Gotten Inheritance saves me. That's pretty much the only line of play I had. So you want to have at least one copy. I probably would have been in real trouble if I started putting that second copy in. That would have been really hard to play. Okay, Impassioned Orator, Concordia, Pegasus. Hopefully you can draw some lands in between. Okay, yet another diamond. Well, not too much. You want to know how the best decks kick. Oh, Mono Black. Miraculous Trumpet here. That doesn't say much of anything. Though me getting stuck on mana says quite a bit, so... No attacks, just hold back. This has Menace. Okay, so currently it's really mono black. Currently I'm stuck on mana, so... Happy. Just swing with everyone anyway, because I don't really have a choice. It'd be annoying if our opponent had Blade Brand, but... At least I'd rather him use it now on one of my Orators rather than something more significant. Okay, it's really mono black right now. I could use at least one more mana. There you go, one more mana. This forces our opponent to play a removal spell. Or not. Well, the black one still excels, so it will get past it. Not too bad, we have quite a bit of an offense. I think our opponent's literally just stuck on mana. He probably kept trees. sorry. I think our opponent just had a bad mana break. We also kind of had a bit of a bad mana break too, but we did have our drops. Ooh, nice. I really need another stomping ground. Everything's coming up well. So 4 wins, no losses. I just jinxed myself. Right after this, I'm going to have to do the Demir video already. As you've noticed, I haven't said it's the weekend because right now it's not the weekend. I'm just gonna have another busy weekend. So I'm gonna have to do a lot. So I'm gonna be doing this and the constructed video much later today. You will end up seeing the constructed video first, so this is a bit of a spoiler. I guess the reason I'm doing this first is this is what I enjoy more. I enjoy drafting a lot more than constructed. That's just me. Okay, this is not a keep. This is better. And we'll keep that on top. So basically, I want to lead out on Guild Mage. I want to lead out on Guild Mage. Actually, no, let's lead on Pegasus because the Guild Mage does not become relevant until much later anyway. So Pegasus, Grudion, and then we lead into Guild Mage or Mortify is necessary. So yeah, I do prefer draft a lot more. That seems to be a thing. Growth Spiral 2. If I'm... Yeah, the creature counter is 2 blue mana, so at least I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, we're going to have options at least. Got his mana, got his Sphinx's Insight. Yeah, sure. So even if he adapts this, I can still block it with Grudion, so it's not a big loss. I'm just going for it now. You know what? Sure. Because I do have another piece of removal waiting. Okay, Terramander. Now we're just drawing all the lands, but it's not too bad. Funny thing, Syndicate Guild Mage is good against our opponents the moment they do adapt. So he's got 3 spells, so he can actually just play the Terramander, then boost it. So I should keep the Mortify at the ready. So yeah, going for it. That's not to say our opponent doesn't have anything else after then. I'm pretty sure he has more adapt. Oh no, not yet so far. So next turn we can Unbreakable Formation. Maybe tap something down. So I need to put stop after attackers. I'll take the 6. Yeah, we're kind of far ahead at this point. I'm willing to take the 6 because I know I can win in 3 turns. So I'm gonna try to remove that. Okay, so he removes that one. He needs to answer the flyer. Could still have Root Snare, so it's not over yet. Woo! That was a Well, that was legitimately close. Okay, no, it's. I wouldn't say it's that close, but the Titanic Brawl did scare me. He could have started drawing more removal after that. So let's see. Oh yeah, as I said, I'm going to be doing the Dimir deck later. If speaking of starter decks, I was reading recently that actually I didn't even read it. Just someone put a Facebook posting that there's an article about the new deck lists, and the article was removed. So the claim is that the dual lands have been removed from the starter decks. Well, it's actually quite telling for different reasons. Let's say they removed the. I'm assuming that lands would. I'd actually assuming the cards altogether would be removed anyway. The check lands being gone, not necessarily saying that we're trying to downsize the deck. It could be a way of saying we're not reprinting check lands, and then so it's going to be out of standard for a while. So that's another possibility. I could just kill this right now, but I'm going to play my board out first. Opponent might have some sort of removal. Law Mage's Binding would be okay actually, because it means I can have something to use final payment on. Okay, send it to okay. Nope, I'll take the hit. It has Vigilance? Yeah, it has Vigilance. That's gonna be a problem. So at least we're slightly evening out stakes. So next turn we're going to go Unbreakable Formation. Final payment if we have to. I suspect our opponent's about to hit the Vampire with Law Mage's Binding. I actually think okay, no. Our opponent might be better off adapting. Sorry's Knight Arbiter. There's our target. So one guy's gonna get blocked. Actually, we could still get a double block, so next. So I'm expecting a double block just to kill one of our guys. Our opponent might go for the Guild Mage or probably go for the Guild Mage. He'll double block with the Arbiter and the Biomancer. What I'll do then is just use it as final payment, take out the Arbit. Oh no, then I'll just pay the 5 life. He's gonna pay 5 life okay. So he takes 6 damage. I still get to wait. Yeah, we'll leave that up. I can do this end of turn anyway. Takes the attack, it's an instant. So I'm actually going to be taking quite a bit of damage from these guys. So yeah, let's remove that, gain some life back. Unfortunately, yeah, I need to hold back the Syndicate Guild Mage just to tap this one down. I can swing with the Vindictive Vampire. I'm probably gonna just swing with the Orator. Get the creature trade. Actually, the other interesting thing, I can't exactly tap these guys down either. It's literally just high alert. My only hope here is to just draw in from Mortify. I did just chump block with this one for now. Let's jump for now. That deals with that one at least. So at least we're not gonna die right away. Our opponent actually might be incentivized to block now, or he can just block later. Just thinking about it. That said, we need to have a way to block these guys up in the air, and I don't think I have any more after this guy. I do have a second imp. Okay, so our opponent's gonna go for the throat. He's gonna attack. Draw this card. He's going for the vigilance. So I need to have an actual removal spell. I think our opponent also has one. That's a problem. Sky Tether. Yeah, that's a good game. Yeah, quite close, but yeah, no cigar in the end. Yeah, figured he had these enchantment types. I could actually. Oh, it could actually block this one. Yeah, high alert is actually quite good for Azorius if you draft accordingly. So yeah, still confident. 5 wins, 1 loss. How about a few? I would like at the very least 1 more win, but well, we'll see what we can get. Surprising enough, this deck did a lot better than the previous one. I think there's our match. Okay. And this guy's actually quite good, so yeah, we're gonna have a real problem if this is what we're getting. Okay, fine, let's just go first. We know we can get into black mana eventually, so we'll play that. We'll play the Pegasus first. Yeah, let's play the Pegasus first. Here's all Oligarch, sure. That does nothing, so I'm just gonna hold back. Is our opponent stuck? Nope. Wishful thinking. That's Noxious Grudion. So we could actually trade with the Grudion. We are drawing quite badly right now, but yeah, that's okay. So I now have something to trade the Grudion with. I might actually just take the damage right now. Precious. Pass. I can swing back with this one. Great juggling. Sure. We got the Mortify. Let's see if our opponent's gonna block. Yeah, it's figured. So not that great a use, but at least we're getting some semblance of control back. We have a consign to the pit later. Tide Taker, sure, we'll consign that one. Yeah, we're gonna consign that one now. Then watch him have final payment to take out one of my guys. Yeah, he's got final payment. So I probably might just leave the Concordia Pegasus back to stem the tide of tokens. Ah, that's horrible. Basilica Bell Hunt. Oh shit. If I knew. If I only knew. So we're now, we are now on the losing end. We just use our Mortify or consign to the pit. We still have some soft removal in terms from the grotesques, but yeah, between that and all this, yeah. Well, that said, we do have one. I don't have an answer for that. This one though, other than my own ill-gotten inheritance. Yeah, we're gonna lose this one for sure. Yeah, we're gonna... Yep, this is a losing game. Yeah. It's only 2 and 2, thank goodness. Our opponent did have a, I would say, a very nut draw. I guess I got a bit too careless with my use of removal. Yeah, and to be fair, I did keep a hand with like 4 or 5 lands, so that was pretty horrible to begin with. Yeah, kind of deserved to lose that one. Watch my rank drop. Oh well, let's see. So, yep, down to the wire right now. Let's see what we can make of it. Yeah, we got really careless. We have to remember, Orzhov is not Rakdos. We're not that kind of aggressive play. Even if we drafted Rakdos, we're... Okay, definitely keeping this. Even if we drafted Rakdos, there's no guarantee that we're going to have like the Force Skewer, the Critic, some game plan. So definitely playing the Syndicate Guild Mage last. I'm playing Pegasus into Grudion. And he's on the Esper. So I definitely want to play... I want to play out at least some of my other guys before I crack the Unbreakable formation. I might end up... Hopefully I can draw one more mana, so... Okay, no attacks. Hopefully I can draw one more mana so I can play Orator into Pegasus or Orator into Guild Mage. Probably just Pegasus. And that last game I was definitely better off just playing the other creature. Okay, there's our Grotesque Demise target. But, so even... I'm willing to let our opponent have first crack though, so Orator into another Pegasus. Okay, so scheduled match downtime. That means I will have to do the... I might have to do the mirror video tomorrow, which is hard since I'm going out. We'll see what happens. I could just play the Syndicate Guild Mage. Okay, first let's play the Unbreakable Formation. Because I know the counter spells need to at least be double blue. Our opponent might try to remove something in response. Okay, there's a Law Mage just fine with that. So not too shabby. More importantly, I can still swing with everyone. Opponent takes it like a champ. I'm actually gonna just excel the Oligarch. No afterlife shenanigans. Play Syndicate Guild Mage. Send the attack. I'm willing to throw away the Orator now. And maybe even the Grievon. Yeah, I'm in a position I'm willing to... I'm willing to throw one of these two away to a double block. Summary Judgment. Okay, that's not bad too. So takes the double block. So I want to encourage him to attack, especially in this position. Yeah, tap another creature. So no blocks. So I can also swing up in the air for 2. I also have Grasping Trowel to make the race faster. Yeah, that's good for that. Our opponent's a bit unlucky in the land draw. So this is gonna be the very last match of this run. Okay, now District Knight's okay. That's not. It wasn't a rare. That's shame. But yeah, we're going for the last match. We're gonna hopefully win this and get our 2 packs. But we're gonna do our best regardless. So Orator into, unfortunately, Imp and Imp, not so great, but I'm gonna keep this. This one's a bit sketchy. It's possible I never draw into a 4th land, but at least I know the majority of my cards are 3 drops and a few 2 drops, so I should be okay. Okay, fear. Okay, that fear was okay. I dodged that fear at least. Okay, opponent's got a slow start, so we'll just end it there. Let's see if our opponent tries to do some removal. Gateway Sneak. Okay, we'll let that resolve. Just mortify it now because I had the mana held up for it already. Not very efficient use, but still better, I suppose. To get aggressive in the air with these guys. I'm still a bit nervous in this one because we just used our only answer on a Gateway Sneak. Then again, this matchup kind of wants to draw into a lot of cards, so that might be a good thing. For the Constraint, so that's just temporary. Okay, not bad. So our opponent is hurting for cards. That's only... Or at least is hurting for actual threats rather than just answers. But it could also possibly mean our opponent has a deck that has a lot of late game stuff. The early game is just for control. At least we're beating down our opponent a bit. Senate Courier, sure. It's actually perfect, all things considered. Now, I'm gonna be so cross if our opponent ends up having Kaya's Rat since I just played my entire board, but there it is. Because at the very least, we win in 2 turns. Okay, so it's gone for the removal spell. And that's a ground threat. So I can swing up in the air at least. Our opponent has to have another anti-air threat. Okay, double black, grasping throne. Okay, let's go buy some time. It also stalls our attack unless we can draw into our unbreakable formation. Nope, drew into a land. I could swing with everyone, it just gets in 2 damage. I lose one of my flyers, probably not a good proposition. Scary thing is every turn I pass builds up our opponent's board. Our opponent's not going to attack with Grasping Throw. That's okay. I'm forced to play it again, but that's fine, I suppose. Pontiff. So nice thing now is we have at least 1 free ammunition for the Pontiff. So the life gain is not important this time. Okay, there's still some life gain left. Still kind of scary. At the very least, Kaya's Rat, we can save the Pontiff so we'd still have an offense. So I'm just gonna end up swinging with the Pontiff for a few turns. Opponent knows the moment he skitter eel with adapt. Okay, thankfully, wait, no, he did play a land. No, he didn't play a land. There's the Duelist. I can still save the Pontiff. That's the good news. So no harm, no foul. Although the board is getting a little bit more complicated. Could use some more removal. So he's adapting that, but I have the Death Touch down here. I might just sacrifice the Orator now. he's laying it through. Okay. Okay, end turn. Not quite done yet. This is game, but it's technically in our opponent's game to. He might have a counter spell. I have no choice. I have to play it. Some form of bounce, that would be annoying too. Yeah, he had the counter spell. Yuck. So what do I lose in the process? Ugh, I lost Unbreakable Formation and the Syndicate Guild Mage. So at least I'm able to chip the board things to the Pontiff. Okay, now we need to win quickly. Huh. I don't have the mana to both play Ill-Gotten and... Does he have a counter spell for this? Probably does. Uses the consign to the pit, so it's getting worse and worse. So if he... Okay, so it does nothing. Yeah, just go for it. You might have to just pull the triggers soon. All those counter spells. Yeah, he wasn't for the late game. So that was 1, 2. I still have the Grotesque for removal. Though losing most of my big creatures was well, losing the Syndicate Guild Mage and the Unbreakable Formation is really bad. Okay, pass, pass, my turn. See if I can counter this one too. There's admonition. Okay. Yeah. We need to draw our own ill-gotten inheritance soon. Okay, well, at least if I draw it next time, I can double crack it. Well, this is the last card in his hand, so I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna be so cross if it turns out this is actually some sort of trick, but I have no choice. Okay, at least it got through. That's the good news. Bad news is, this is... Yeah. Yes, makes up new problem. Okay, Top Noxious Grudion. Kinda wish I had the Vindictive Vampire at this point. Yet another Thought Collapse. So I lose to Grotesque. I'm gonna draw into it eventually, but... no attacks. Did I lose the ill-gotten inheritance? No, I haven't lost it yet. So there's a 1 in 9 chance I can draw into it. This might be it. Keep your shirt on, Sparky. Hold on. Oh wait, no, it has vigilance, so it only buys me time in between, so I have to wait for an actual creature to get rid of the Sphinx first. I might actually lose to a card out. Hold on. Yeah, because drawing the second grotesque doesn't help. I need to draw into an actual creature so I can crash with the Pontiff. Yeah, Vigilance ruins it. I think I had it. Well, at least I had it slightly under control. Sacrificing this guy because I don't think the rest of my creatures are good enough. So the thing is also the moment I crack, he cracks in response, considering given all the mana he's got. Rescuer's Admonition buys him a turn. I'm still likely to deck out. At least the Senate Griffin doesn't. At least Senate Griffin doesn't have vigilance. To the point where I just need one good hit. Our opponent has to hold his creature back now. 6 cards left. Forbidding Spirit. Well, I can run past that. Wait. Wait. 1 6. Yeah, this is a very... Well, this is at least a good match to cap things off. 5 more turns. That's both my Grudions. Trying to remember what I still have left. Let's see, 6, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I could still draw 1 land. Hey, he's still swinging? Oh yeah, because he can crack in response. So I need to drop his life total a lot lower. Okay, there's the 17th land. If I crack it now, I force him to crack in response. We end at 4-7. Bring it down to the wire. Split up. Does he have something? Oh no. Okay, and that was it. So we succeeded. Oh, no, that last game was a very hard slog. So to the victor go the spoils. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Yeah. This is a good reminder of that one other match. Class of the Guild Pack, I've seen some decks trying to run this one. Maybe not quite home yet, but still interesting. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, another Stomping Ground. Nice. And at least we get another free mythic. Plaza of Harmony. I guess if I do eventually build that Gates deck, we will have a home for that. So there you go. That's it for this episode of the Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like and subscribe, turn on notifications. And yeah, let me know what is the closest you've ever gotten in a draft deck. As in, that one could have gone either way easily. I'm actually just quite thankful that our opponent kept milling mostly lands, though they did mill a lot of our good stuff as well. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you guys again next time.